And now Chris Matthews, the radio host that brings the most. The Mike Ruler, the old schooler. He's a bad mother. Shh, shut your mouth. But I'm talking about Chris. Then we can dig it.
Come on. With this, or you can get with that. Come on. With this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come on. With this, this is where it's at. Come on.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I'm Chris Matthews. Make sure you check out the website, MMALockup.com, or also Facebook and Twitter at MMALockup. Online, we have somebody that's represented by Impact Fight Management and a personal friend of mine, Tom Cole. I'm talking about Dave Huckabee. Dave, you're taking on an opponent at the World Series of Fighting, but first and foremost, how did you mix it up and get involved with Impact Fight Management?
I've known Tom for a couple of years. He's managed Angel Deanda and a couple other guys. I've actually got a chance to fight with him a little bit back at Cage Combat. Man, he's a straight shooter. He's just a good dude. So I got a chance finally to sit down with him and figure out what's best for both of us. And man, I can't wait to see what could happen, in my career. I mean, the changes that we're going to go through.
We're going to talk about your bout in just a moment, but tell us a little bit about the journey that led you to the sport of mixed martial arts.
Man, that's a long one. Man, I've been a blessed athlete since I was in high school. You know what I mean? I've always tried to be better than the next guy. I mean, through high school football, basketball, baseball, I pretty much excelled in all the sports. I never really did any mixed martial arts as a kid. No jiu-jitsu, no kickboxing or nothing. But I was an old country boy, you know what I mean? I went to a school in town, real into high school. I was always street tough, man. I've always had a lot of street knowledge, you know what I mean? So when I was 31, I got an opportunity to cage fight, and man, it was just it was a rush. The training, I trained 2 weeks for my first fight, and I choked out a worthy opponent by a guillotine choke. I learned the week before, so I just took off with cage fighting and ran with it, man. And here I am, 5 heavyweight championships later.
You're taking part in the World Series of Fighting. For those that are not familiar with the brand, tell us a little bit about it.
This is a huge opportunity for me. They got some really big names in World Series right now. They got, Andre Arlovski, Anthony Rumble Johnson was in their heavyweight division. They're fairly new, Ray Sefo, I guess, is helped putting this together, a major part of this. And then due to Tom and connections, I got a good chance to show my skills against next level opponents. I'm super excited for this fight.
Tell us a little bit about your opponent.
It's Hollis Gracie. He's 8-1, all 8 wins by submission. Obviously, he's a Gracie, so where he's going to want the fight to be.
What are some of the strengths that you bring into this bout that you feel gives you an advantage?
I have 25 cage fights. I've been submitted 1 time. I'm a union iron worker by trade, so I'm a rod buster for 118, a local union. I pack rebar, 8 hours a day. A lot of guys hit the gym for, 2-3 hours, lift weights, and then go train, conditioning or whatever. I pack rebar for 6-7 hours a day. I'm really, really strong, and I have really fast hands. So for him to submit me, I'm just not seeing that happen. He's probably going to have to stand up with me and trade punches, and that's not really good for anybody. I have 17 knockouts in the first round, on my record if you check it out. So I feel this is a great fight for me, a great opportunity.
We're talking to World Series of Fighting fighter Dave Huckabee. Dave, what makes it so tough for fighters to submit you?
It's my strength. It'd be just my brute strength. I power out of most things, and I'm an athlete, so I move a lot. I'm hard to take down. I work with college-level wrestlers. I work with really good people at my school. We focus a lot on strength and conditioning, so after my iron work, I go into the gym and put in 2-3 hours, every night after work as well. So basically I would have to say it's my brute strength, and my will not to give up, I've been on my own since I was 16 years old. I've been with my wife for 23 years, and I'm just really strong-minded.
Dave, what are some areas on paper that your opponent could give you problems besides the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
To be real, on paper, I don't see any problems in the stand-up game at all. I got a really good chin. I've only, out of 25 fights, I've only been hit hard 1 time. The even though I'm 38 years old, I'm still consider myself a young fighter. I got in the game at 31, so I'd like to say I'm well-rounded as an MMA fighter.
Who did you bring into your camp to prepare you for this bout?
You know what? Just a bunch of local guys in the Sacramento area. I have a really great strength and conditioning coach, which is his name's Mike Woodworth. He's phenomenal at what he does. I've always get good ground time at Casio 1X Jiu-Jitsu. There's some really good names over there. You know, Jamie Hara. They got as far as jiu-jitsu wise in Sacramento, they're probably one of the best schools out. Really, that's about it as far as name dropping.
What does Dave Huckabee do to get mentally prepared for a fight during the camp and then right before the fight?
It's my family, man. I think about what these fights could do to change my life. I think about financially. I think about, just leaving my mark. I think my son and my daughter want to know me as a hero, as a legend. I guess I want to leave my mark, man. I want people to realize. I want them to know who I am. So I'm one of those guys, man. When I go get a job, I always want my boss's job. I've always been hungry. I want that next thing. I want to be the best at everything I do. And with MMA, I mean, even though I'm 38, I got so much more room to improve. I want to be the best at the game. I know that's a lot to say because there's phenomenally talented people, but I keep growing every fight, and I just want to be one of the best in the world. That's what I want to do.
Who are some of the fighters that you've looked up to that you kind of try to mimic your game?
Man, one of my favorites of all time is Chuck Liddell. Just phenomenal takedown defense, the knockout power. Love it. You know what I mean? By far, he's probably one of my favorite fighters, to grow up and watch, just because of how you wouldn't take him down, he would knock you out. You get him down, he gets back up. That's just, I kind of try to base my style around his.
Dave, what is your MMA lockup guarantee with your bout against Hollis Gracie at the World Series of Fighting?
It's going to be exciting. I guarantee you it's going to be an exciting fight. I'm pushing forward the whole time. It's just going to be exciting, man. I used to tell my friends when they come watch me at the local fights, don't get out of your seat to buy a beer because the fight could be over very fast.
This thing's not going to the scorecards, is it?
No. I've learned my mistakes on that. I currently fought one time on Bellator against a really good jiu-jitsu guy with 14 wins by submission, and I toyed with him pretty much for 3 rounds, and I lost, and I will not have another card go to the decision. It's all or nothing for me.
Dave, how can fans reach out to Dave Huckabee?
I do have a Twitter going right now. It's Badman Huckabee. I just got that. Tom set that up for me. I have my Facebook going. It's Dave Badman Huckabee at Facebook. I'm out there, man. Just check me out. I love to talk and get people's input.
Dave, I'd love to have you on after your fight with Hollis Gracie, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dave, appreciate you coming on. I look forward to seeing this fight, my man.
All right, thank you. Thanks for your time, man. I appreciate you getting me out there like this.
Thank you. That's Dave Huckabee. He'll be taking on Hollis Gracie at the World Series of Fighting. Make sure you check him out and check us out at MMALockup.com or also Facebook and Twitter at MMALockup. More to come when we get back.
MMA Lockup, banned in New York, but available in the free world.